2023 is the last year of my 20s. It has now joined the video. This is the time where I'm scheduled to read books I actually want to read. So many of those books that were trending on TikTok that I have read ended up being books I don't like. We're almost done, people. Hello, book friends. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Kaylin, and I hope you are doing so lovely. Welcome to another video. As you can see from the title, this is my 2023 goals. Now, I thought about doing strictly just a reading goals video, but given I do weekly reading vlogs that include lifestyle stuff, I thought it would be nice to include reading content and life goals in one video. So that's exactly what we are doing. When sitting down and thinking about 2023, I will admit it scared me because 2023 is the last year of my 20s. You guys, when someone tells you you blink and you're 30, believe them because it's true. I felt like I was literally 21 a week ago and now I'm about to be 29 and I'm like, where did the time go? I don't know. So it scared me, but it also excited me because I'm so excited to see what this last year of my 20s will look like and what my life will look like going into my 30s. And I've heard 30s is the your best years of your life. You know, there's just a bunch of things about your 30s that is great because the things that bothered me when I was 21 don't bother me now, and that is so great. So with that being said, I am excited. And it took me a little while to write these goals out because I didn't know what I wanted my goals to be. I didn't want your typical lose weight, be more active, you know, those typical goals. There are some typical goals on my list, but I wanted most of them to be like, really, what do I want out of this year? I was like, okay, Kaylin, what do you want the last year of your 20s to look like? Make those your goals. So that's what I did. I wrote them all down in my planner. I figured that'd be a good place to put it because after you flip from the January calendar, you have this blank page, and that's where I figured I could write the goals and I can look back at them and they'll always be in my planner. So I'm actually gonna take this page out. So I'm going to do my reading goals first. That way, if you don't care to listen to my content or my life goals, you can just click out of the video. So let's get started right into reading. Okay, the first goal I want to talk about is my amount of books I want to read for 2023. I typically set it at the same number every single year since I've started keeping track. And I set it at 75 because I feel like 75 is a happy medium for me. I typically read over that. I read about like 100-ish books. Wyatt has now joined the video. As I was saying, I typically read over 100 books a year, but I feel like with 75, if I read just 75 books, cool. If I don't read 75 books, that's fine. If I read over, cool. You know, I'm not really worried about the number. I just like to set it just so like I have it and see how many I can read a year. So that is goal number one. Goal number two is to complete book series that are on my Notion list. Now, a little while back, I did a series going through my entire bookshelf and the series I want to read, the series I've started, all that good stuff. And I made a list on my Notion. So if you don't know what I'm talking about and you want to see that video, I will link it above and down below. But basically, I have a bunch of series on that list and I want to complete some of them. Not all of them in 2023, some of them ones that have like the high priority I want to complete, and that is goal number two. Goal number three is have a reading routine. So right now I typically read before bed, sometimes after work. On my off days, I'll kind of read whenever, but I kind of want more of a routine so I know this is the time where I'm scheduled to read. So if that is an hour before I go to sleep, that's what I want. If it is an hour after work to kind of unwind, also, I think that would be great for me because I am the type of person after I get off work, I just need to sit and just not do anything for an hour. So I think in that hour, if I choose to read or listen to an audiobook, I think that would be a great way to unwind. So create a reading routine. Goal number four is read more from the library. Now, this past year, I actually got a library card so I could use Libby, and I've used it here and there, but I find myself forgetting about it and not really reaching for that app to check it and see what is on there. I really want to reach for that app more and just look before buying the books and to support my local library because I think that is great. Goal number 5 is a hard one for me. That is keep an up-to-date reading journal. Now, I have never been the kind to bullet journal. I feel like that is just so much time that I do not have, and I commend those who have the bullet reading journal and do all that. Like, I wish I could. So I like to buy pre-made reading journals. I got one from, I forget what the website is, but I got it. I'll put a picture up here, and I used it for a little while and then I just stopped. So I have ordered one, and I think it's Clockwork Angel's reading journal. I forget her name, and I'm so sorry, but she's a YouTuber on here. It's the green one that she, like, that, you know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. I'll put a picture. So I have ordered that, and my goal is to keep up to date with it. Now, does that mean every time I finish a book, update it? It doesn't have to. It could mean at the end of the week, if I've finished any books, update it. And I think that's more realistic for me than doing it every single day. Goal number 6. Read books I actually want to read. So with this, I found myself reading books that were trending, popular on Book Talk, popular here on BookTube, and felt the pressure that I need to read it, or I'm feeling left out, or I'm missing something, and that is not the case at all. So many of those books that were trending on TikTok that I have read ended up being books I don't like or DNF'd. Some of them have been books I loved, but I want to stay away from doing that this year because I don't feel like that's authentic of me really to be following the trends. Now, if I'm genuinely curious about a book that is trending, of course I will read it, but I just don't want to read a book because every single person is posting about it, and I feel like if I don't post about it, I'm being left out. And the last reading goal I have is be more active in the book clubs I'm a part of. So I'm a part of 3 Patreon book clubs, Mel Reads, Chloe Bunny, and Lexi's. And I was very much active in the beginning, and then life, work, I started YouTube, I started taking content creating more seriously. Therefore, being active on that has taken the back burner, and I really want to be more active this year. I love being a part of book club, discussing books with people who are reading the same books. I just love it. So I want to make it a goal to read at least from one of the book club's picks a month. It doesn't have to be all 3. It can just be one of the 3, or if I want to do all 3, I can. So that is that. The next set of goals we're going to talk about is content goals, and I want to preface this by these are just goals I would love to have happen. Views, numbers, realistically they don't mean anything, but when you're a content creator and you look at your views and your subscriber number and all that, it does mean a little something, but these don't define my worth and my content that I put out at all to me. So just keep that in mind before I go over my content goals. But I really just wanted to be like, what would you love your content to be at the end of 2023? And that's what I kind of did. The first goal and the biggest goal that has been a goal of mine since starting YouTube is get monetized. I would love to be monetized. I would love to eventually do YouTube full time, but I know that is hard to do. I know not everyone, I know it doesn't happen to everyone, and I know you have to get a strike of luck, but I feel like in today's day and age, a lot more people do YouTube than they did back then, and I don't know, it's something I really, really genuinely love. I love the filming, I love the editing process, I love seeing my content come to life. I love seeing you guys enjoy my content. When I get a comment saying they love my video, they love my content, it's so cozy, that genuinely warms my heart and makes my day. And I don't know, I just want to keep doing this for as long as I can. And if I'm 50 still making weekly reading vlogs, hey, I'm 50 making weekly reading vlogs. I don't care. So that is the number 1 goal I have for my content creation. Number 2 is reach 30K on TikTok. I have had a book talk since 2020, I believe, when TikTok really took off, I think is that year because of the pandemic. And I have had the 20K in mind, and I was like, why not just go big or go home? 30K would be really lovely. Again, if it doesn't happen, it's fine. If I'm still making content that I love, that's fine too, and people are still enjoying it, cool. Doesn't matter what the number is, but 30K would be nice. Next thing is Bookstagram. I have a Bookstagram, in case you guys don't know, and I would love to get 1,000 followers on there. Even myself, I feel ridiculous saying that as a goal, because really, when it comes down to it, what is that number? Why does it matter to me? But I don't know, you know, I just want 1,000 followers on Instagram, okay? Next goal is post at least 3 times a week on all social media platforms, excluding YouTube, because YouTube I'm trying to do twice a week or at least once a week. I think that's pretty doable. I post pretty regularly on all my social media platforms. Sometimes I neglect one more than the other, or sometimes I'm taking a break, but I think I do a pretty decent job on keeping up to date on my social medias. Next goal is have my first brand deal. I have never done a brand deal, like a paid brand deal. I've never done it, and I don't know, it's just, I think it's everyone's goal when they start content creating is to have eventually a brand deal and get paid for your work that you put out. That's all I gotta say about that one. Next is make content that sparks joy. I really enjoy making certain content, weekly vlogs. I also love doing series videos, but whenever I make series videos, they don't get the greatest views, and that's just discouraging, and that makes me not want to do them. But then I say to myself, Kaylin, you love making those videos. You love reading a series and seeing the video come to life. So I'm just gonna continue making content I enjoy, no matter what the views say. Last goal is connect more with you guys. I have had the pleasure of talking to some of you guys, and it's always been amazing, and I love connecting with you guys, and I would like to do that more, like make genuine connections, and that's all I gotta say about that. Can you tell that was a really like awkward goals for me to read over? Because I just turtle up when I talk about that kind of stuff. Next goals is my life goals. So there's a lot of these, and that is because, like I said in the beginning of the video, it's my last year in my 20s. I really want my life to be what I want, what I see in my head to come to life. Does that make sense? First goal is move my body daily. So right now, I do pretty well in exercising like 3 to 5 times a week. However, I would love to move my body, like I said, daily. If that is stretching, if that is yoga, if that's doing a quick dance YouTube thing, if that is going for a walk, whatever it may be, I want to move my body daily for at least 30 minutes. Goal number 2, go outside more. I am definitely a homebody. I like to be in my space. I like to be alone. I'm definitely an introvert, but I find myself missing out on the outside world. So I am going to try to make it more of a goal to go outside more, take myself to a park and go for a walk, or go walk around my apartment building. Some stuff like that, I would really love it. Or go sit on my porch and read a book. I just, for some reason, really struggle doing that, and I don't know why. So that is my goal. Number 3 kind of goes hand in hand with going outside, is get comfortable going places alone. I have noticed a significant change in my anxiety since living alone. I haven't really wanted to go places alone. I only typically go to the places I know and I'm comfortable with. So like Target, I'm comfortable going by myself, and that's pretty much it. I just get really anxious and think of all the things that could happen going to someplace new. And I want to get over that. I want to be comfortable with going places by myself, and I feel like I am stopping myself by not going places just because I'm by myself. So example, I would love to go see a movie by myself, but the thought of going and sitting there by myself really like sets my anxiety off, and I don't know why. Because a lot of people do it. A lot of people go to the movies by themselves and they end up loving it. So I really want to, because there's so many movies I want to see, but like it's stopping me because I have no one to go with, and I'm like, why don't you just take yourself? So that is a big goal of mine. That's like the biggest goal of mine in 2023, is go places by myself and be comfortable and okay. Next one is upgrade my wardrobe. What I mean by upgrade my wardrobe is to get rid of all the Shein clothes. I know Shein is an awful place to buy your clothes, but when going through a weight loss journey, you lose weight, your sizes fluctuate, and I don't want to be buying very expensive clothes for them not to fit in 6 months. However, I realize supporting this company, I'm supporting an awful company. So I am going to upgrade my wardrobe piece by piece by buying better brands, even if it's just from Target, even if it's just from Old Navy, that's fine. But that's really what I want to do. Along with upgrading my wardrobe is I want to get rid of all the plastic hangers and have them all velvet hangers. The majority of my hangers are velvet, but there are some that are plastic because I ran out of velvet hangers and I just never rebought them. That's another segment on upgrading my wardrobe. Next is plan a special day for myself once a month. So I used to do this all the time. I used to schedule myself a date day and just go get myself a coffee, and I would go to Barnes & Noble, and that would be my special day. Again, going there by myself sends me spiraling. Why? I don't know. I used to do it all the time. I used to go to the mall by myself all the time. So I want to plan stuff for me that gets me kind of out of my comfort zone, but still in my comfort zone. So going to Barnes & Noble and buying myself a book, and then maybe going and treating myself to Wendy's or McDonald's or some sort of dinner. That's a special day to me because I don't do that normally. And I really want to do that for myself because I deserve it. We all deserve a special day for ourselves. Next is learn to relax. Now, you might be saying, Kaylin, you don't know how to relax. The answer is no. I have a really hard time sitting and doing absolute nothing and not letting my mind wander. I find myself sitting on the couch watching TV and I think about the things I could be doing. I sit and watch YouTube and then I look over and I see, oh my God, the dishes need done. So I get up and do that and then I start cleaning my entire place. So I really want to learn to just sit and be still and relax and really learn that it is okay to sit and do absolutely nothing for a day or an hour or in the evening. Like, I want to make time for myself to relax because I feel like that could be the reason why I'm wound so tight sometimes, is because I just never take time to just relax. So that's a goal. Next goal is organize my space. So I would like to think of myself as a pretty organized person, but there are little areas in my house that need help. So like my desk drawers, my cabinets, my closet, you know, stuff like that. Just organize my space, make it more fluid for my brain, because tidy house equals a tidy mind. Next is drink more water. This is a typical goal, but I suck at drinking water. I drink a lot of water when I'm at work and when I work out, but other than that, it's a Diet Coke. So that's bad. That makes me sound like I drink Diet Coke all the time. I have one Diet Coke a day. So I really want to drink more water. So I'm going to buy myself a nice cup and hopefully that will help me. I don't know. We're almost done, people. I promise. We're getting down to it. Another goal is I just wanted to say a little background before saying this. So 2 years ago, 2020, almost 3, the pandemic hit, and that was really the first time I kind of had to look at my life and be like, okay, this is not the life you want to be living. This is not the person you are, Kaylin. Like, we need to do some changes. So I did a complete 180, changed my entire lifestyle. All the stuff that's not good for you, I used to do, and I just stopped. And it took a while to be happy and be okay with those changes, but 2 years later, almost 3, I am so glad I did it. So I set a goal weight for myself back in 2020, before I kind of changed my mind to be like, the number on the scale means nothing, Galen. And for some reason, my mind goes back to, you want to reach that goal weight. So I really just want to reach that goal weight for 2020, Kaylin, to be like, you did it, you know? So there's that. Next goal is get matching bowls, plates, cups, silverware, etc. I hate that nothing in my cabinet matches. It gives me the biggest ick The only thing that can like mismatch is my coffee cups. I don't care if my coffee cups mismatch because that's mugs. They're fun. Plates, bowls, cups, silverwares. I need to get rid of all of them and just buy new ones. So I'm slowly going to buy them, and that's the goal. Next one is journal more often. So I tried to keep a daily journal. I did it for half of the year and then I just stopped because I didn't have anything to journal about, I thought about, but now I wish I did because I would love to see what my life looked like 6 months ago, like what I was thinking and feeling versus now. So I'm gonna try to journal more often, if that's weekly, if that's daily, if that's every other day, just journal more. Last one is be more present. I struggle with being in the moment because I'm constantly thinking about the future or the past. I'm never here in the moment. And I really need to practice being present. And if anyone has any tips on that, please let me know because I would love tips and tricks. Or if you guys have any good podcasts to listen to that help with that, YouTube, anything, please let me know. Okay, you guys, those are all my goals for 2023. I feel like it's a pretty solid, good list, and it's a list besides the content stuff. I mean, you never know, that I can stick to and actually tick off some. I would love to know, what are some of your goals for 2023? They can be reading, content, life, whatever. I would love to know. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you guys subscribe because I would love to have you here. If you don't already, you can follow me at my social medias. They're always linked down below, as well as some links to support my channel. And I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you guys so much for being with me for 2022. I'm so excited to see where this channel goes in 2023, and I will see you guys in my next video.